I have been living in Estonia for the past 8 years, and in this video I want to talk about 5 reasons that you should not move to Estonia. There are 2 reasons for that. First, ever since I created my Life in Estonia series, I have been getting a lot of questions every week from different people who want to move to Estonia, and I have made this video as a response to majority of these questions. Second point, everybody knows about the reasons why you should move to Estonia. If you dig a little deeper on Google, then you will find all the official sources that say everything that is good about Estonia and why you should move here, why we have startups, e-governance, everything, but there's hardly any information on the reasons why people should not move here. Also, a big disclaimer, although I have been living here in Estonia for 8 years, this is still one person perspective. I could be wrong. Please don't take this as a criticism of the place where I am. It's just to let you know what is the best fit for you and the country. So, reason number 5, which is the biggest reason, and that is immigration. If you are from a third world country and you want to immigrate to get a better passport and citizenship, then Estonia is definitely not the place for you. First reason is that it takes 8 years to get your citizenship. Second reason is that you need to pass the language exam, which is B1 level of Estonian. Not the easiest of languages in the world. I have seen a couple of people who have lived here for 8 years, but they still couldn't pass. And finally, the third reason is that you cannot hold dual nationality, which means that you will have to give up your previous citizenship. If you want to immigrate and that is your primary goal, to get a better passport, then there are much better places in the world. Number 1 I would recommend is Canada. If you want to move to Europe, then Sweden is much better because they have a 5-year limit and you also don't need a language exam. Reason number 4. It's not a cheap country. If you want to be financially independent, if you want to save some money, if you want to raise your level of income from a middle class to maybe an upper middle class, then I would highly recommend that you don't come to Estonia. Primary reason, as I have explained in my most popular video before, is that Estonia is not a cheap country at all. The cost of living here is much higher and the wages are much lower. The only exception to this rule is if you are in an IT or information technology tech field, because there you earn probably twice or 2.5 times more than the average national wage. Reason number 3, and that follows directly from reason number 4. If you are studying, for example, business, if you are studying law, if you are studying medicine and you're not from Europe and you don't know the language, then the chances of you getting a job after you study here are very slim. As I said, Estonia is a hub for technical fields. It is a hub for startups. It is a great place for you if you are in any way related to disciplines like programming, software, business systems management, ERP, all these kind of things. It would be unwise to come to Estonia if you are coming here to study any non-tech field and you want to have a job, because the job for non-tech fields here, even if you get one, the expenses would be really high and the income would be not as comparable to your expenses. Reason number 2 in the list, raising kids. Disclaimer, I don't have kids, I haven't raised any kids here, but this reason is specifically for non-European ethnic immigrants who come here to Estonia. The problem is that there isn't much diversity in Estonia. You wouldn't see many people who are non-European, people of color, and this, although could be okay for older generation like me, but for kids I think it could be a problem when they are past the kindergarten age. up till the age of their teens. It would be very, very difficult for them to adjust, and I highly recommend that you take that into consideration if you have kids. Okay, reason number one why anybody should not move to Estonia, that is if you find a life partner somewhere abroad who is Estonian, and because of that life partner you would want to move to Estonia. Now this is a very, very common reason. I have seen many expats, mostly European, North American, also moving to Estonia, but the problem is that it does not always end well. In majority of the cases I've seen they end up in divorce. I haven't seen many couples who have worked out, especially if the guy has come to Estonia specifically because he met a girl, an Estonian girl, and he wanted to come here to settle. The reason is that living in Estonia and adjusting in Estonia is intense. It's not an easy thing, no matter where you are from. If you are just moving here because of a girl, I highly recommend that you find another tie to this country. Just move here for 2 months, try to find a job, try to form a company, try to have some kind of a profession here that creates your ties to this country. Thank you for watching my video. I hope these were really helpful and gave you some insight into Estonia, and I hope to see you in the next video. Wait, I'm posting a lot of content these days on LinkedIn and Instagram. I highly recommend you check these out because I'm practicing my writing, and I hope it could give you some more idea about what it's like to live in a different country. I would also really appreciate if you comment on different ideas on what topics I can make videos on. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.